What's popping, y'all? What's popping, man? I just got done with the workout and going to come on here, give you a few pointers on what I do and what I recommend for a lot of those in my mastermind, in the Hot Body Challenge, and all the workout programs and all this stuff. If you are struggling with low energy and or maybe you didn't sleep a lot, or maybe you're just fucking tired, because as a boss bitch career woman with maybe kids, maybe even not, but even my career women with no kids are usually stressed at a fucking max. Here's how to work out for best results. What's up, y'all? Coming at you today with a training tip. This is about working out. I know you're going to be so excited, but this came into my awareness and it's already like in the Hot Moms Mastermind. And I think it's in Hot Body Challenge. I'm not sure, but one of my VIP clients came here and her metabolism is recovering from metabolic damage from years of under eating, dieting. She used to be a competitor and all that stuff. Or she competed once and it trashed her body, like a lot of us. You don't even have to really compete. I know so many women who have never stepped foot in on a stage or even thought about doing it, and their metabolisms are fucked. And it's from years of running hard, running around crazy, not eating enough, all that stuff that we do as a woman out of a trauma response for feeling like we're responsible for everything. We have to do everything. We can't rest. We have guilt when we choose ourselves, all that stuff that comes with being a woman, but also it comes with lots and lots of wounds and lack of self-care. And we don't even know why we struggle with self-care. We know we need to do it, but it's why don't we do it? And that's why I created the program that I have, Hot Moms Mastermind, Hot Moms Lifestyle. I have a lot of courses that teach this, and it's a trauma-informed approach that gets to the root of why we struggle with not enough time or can't focus, or we're buying program after program, still not anywhere, or we'll get results, but then 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, we're like totally off, right? And it's because of an underlying nervous system issue from trauma. And it's not necessarily like something that happened in your childhood. This is something that could be just a belief system, just a belief system that creates a response in your DNA and your nervous system and in your brain. It creates these neural pathways and it just creates this programming. And until you go in and see this programming and clear it out at the root, you're kind of just running with this old programming, like a computer or a phone that needs to be updated. A lot of people are just running around, and some people die with this old programming. So that's where I come in. That's where my programs come in. It's a fucking vibe. It should be the last diet and workout program that you ever need. The only way that it wouldn't be is if someone is still really low self-esteem. They get in and their story is just, they're really addicted to their old stories of this doesn't work for me. Things are harder for me. And now we actually are offering plant medicine for those who struggle with they just can't get it. It's just like they just can't fucking get it. And so plant medicine comes in to wash your soul, and you'll see why you can't get it. And then you'll be able to integrate a little bit and get some results. So literally I have gone through it and just found out things that are helping the masses here, because that's all I want to do. My mission is to make a difference. And I just want to be happy, and I want to help other people be happy, right? We have to diss that too in this process and be okay with not being happy. But you get what the fuck I'm saying. So this is all about workouts. By the way, did you know that carbonation stimulates dopamine? And that's why people, especially when I was addicted, I had that addictive personality anyway. I was straight addicted to Pellegrino. And lately, the past month, as I've been sitting through so much of my dark times and dark night of the soul, lots of grief and depression coming up, lots of things that I'm having to look at and reevaluate. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I actually just did a podcast live on this about the times right now in 2023, how it's like 2012. It's the Earth's frequency shifting, the divine feminine's activating. People are coming out and they're wanting to create courses. They're wanting to say, fuck this job. They're wanting to say, why am I struggling? They're starting to look into why are we living here? Let's go do what we want to do. That kind of shit. All that's happening for a reason. So hopefully you awaken and you answer the call, and getting the body and getting the health and finally wanting to get healthy is part of that awakening. So I pray that you receive the message and respond to the energies right now and choose yourself for the first time, possibly ever in your whole life. Welcome. So this goes back to if you struggle with low hormones, maybe you just don't feel like working out that day, but you need to because it's good for you. Working out, maybe we can put in this clip that goes over the science behind when you just contract your muscles. Could you do it in your vagina? Maybe an orgasm would count. We're having fun, aren't we? But anyway, you just got to move your body. Yesterday, and I'm coming up with this thing: eat well, sleep well, meditate, journal, move your body. Those 5 things are the basics. And it doesn't matter. I work with people, high level, multi 6-figure, multi 7-figure people, some 8. Okay. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't discriminate. This energy does not discriminate. It could give a fuck how much money you have, who your daddy is, what your mom is, what reality TV show that you have, or what stage that you're on. You cannot outrun or escape this energy, the energy of the thing that makes us overbook, overdo, overpromise. And it leads to that low energy, possibly burnout. And somebody goes, "You're not a candle. You can't burn out." Okay. So just take that, put it away, because this is scientifically proven. You can look on medical forums and you can test your body to see what stress does to your body. It fucking kills people. So don't give me that shit about a candle. You can burn out, and burnout is actually, it's a slow depression, and it's a good thing. It's for your body. It's your body coping, but trying to protect you from going in the red. It's like, in the video games, like survival mode, and then you get down towards the red and you fucking die. Same concept here. This is where you see women who push it too much in the gym, and they go, and then they get to a certain age and shit just blows up in their face. Some of them get diagnosed with autoimmune diseases. This is just from years and years of self-abuse, self-abandonment. Even if you've got the best intentions, even if you eat fucking healthy and you do all these things, it's going to catch up to you. You cannot outrun it. So what we can do, we got to move our bodies, and yoga's great, walking's great. But at the end of the day, especially as a woman, for bone health and just what it does, just from a scientific level, about not even exertion, but just resistance training. Okay. Resistance training. So that's so good for you. It's so good for you. Here's my little tip on what to do, how to work out if you have low energy, if you don't want to work out, if your motivation's off. And if your motivation's off, like I said, this little workout tip's not going to fix a lot of shit. It's just going to help you not to push it too far. But please, if you're losing motivation, results are far and few between, just things are off, your libido's down, the desires are wearing off. You really need to start paying attention to that. That's like red lights everywhere. You can only be in denial. You can only avoid for so long. And trust me, you don't want to know what's coming down the pipes to get your fucking attention if you don't wake the fuck up right now. Okay. So it's time to dial back. It's time to reevaluate. And some things you can do in the gym is this. So I found this from a trainer that she was actually working for me years ago. She was following this CrossFit person, and this started out as a CrossFit workout. I don't fuck with CrossFit. I did it one time to see, so I could form my own opinion about it. And I don't know where those videos are, but if you want to see it, go look for it. And I don't care. Do whatever workout you want. If your hormones are good and you are happy, your results are where they want to be, that's all that matters. Different things make different people happy. However, if your relationships are suffering, your job, you feel like a shitty parent, or you're not sleeping, you're not wanting sex, your periods are off, something's going on. You got to look at this shit, right? So we got it from CrossFit, and it's called EMOM, every minute on the minute. Except I don't want you to do CrossFit. So here's what I do. My workout today was kneeling hip thrusts, rear foot elevated split squat, standing calf raise, dual dumbbell rows, and half kneeling landmine press. You're like, Casey, that's not a lot. Right. Just that's not even my point. All in all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises, 3 to 4 sets. You only need to be doing 24 sets max if you're going to work out every day. That's a lot, y'all. You got to really build up to this, or you'll find yourself getting sick. You'll find yourself getting sick and really burning yourself out if you push this shit, right? So you always want to be able to tune into your body and be like, am I getting hurt? Or do I have these little aches and pains? If you have these little like bursitis, tendonitis, something up with your shoulder, or you're this or that, that means you're overdoing it, period. There's multiple ways that you can back off without quitting. And I'm going to share one of these with you. So let's just say I had this workout. Now, I'm not going to go in there today. Today, there's so much that I'm feeling today energetically from different clients, and I need extra meditation. I need extra time. I mean, I'm really, really sensitive right now. And I'm just recognizing how much I'm affected by the outer world. Okay. Like to the point where I'll wake up and know that somebody's got a herniated disc. And within 24 hours, somebody tells me that their son just hurt their back and got a herniated disc. That I'll have this word come to mind like damage. And then I'll hear a siren within seconds, like down the street. You know what I'm saying? So it's gotten to that point. Now, it was always like that. I just tried to numb it out. That's why I was on Adderall, because Adderall was so good, because when I was going through so much, it helped me to focus, to do what I needed to do. Because if you've got all these things and you don't know what to do with it, you're not getting the things done because of you. They call it anxiety, but it's really power. It's really an untapped, I don't know, but you get it, right? So we were taught not to pay attention to this. And then not to mention, we get made fun of. Oh, you're weird, or that's woo woo or devil or whatever. Really, it's feminine. It's very feminine. It is our innate ability. It's our intuition. It's our knowing. It's just in our knowing. And I remember girls used to be like, how do you know that? I'm like, how do you not? Okay. It's in our knowing. And once you get tapped into your goddess, your divine channel, this is what it looks like. And you may feel like you're going fucking nuts. I know I have, right? And I know a lot of my friends have. So I would take Adderall, and I'm not dissing, like it really did save my life at that time. I was on it for 4 years and it helped me so much. Before that, I would just numb out. Alcohol, any kind. I remember pills, a lot in pills in high school, cigarettes, coffee, anything to not feel my feelings. Coffee was a big one. I was really addicted to caffeine. Caffeine's one of the number one mind altering drugs out there. We've just made it so natural. It's crazy. Yet we frown upon like magic mushrooms. I'm like, all of you fucking do coffee and caffeine. Don't tell me that you don't want mind altering shit. What? Beneath all of this, if we sat there and we had to just go into a forest and sit by ourselves, we would need somebody there guiding us. Here's what you're feeling. Or I think you'd be okay. But at the end of the day, if you could just sit with your shit and you knew that's who you really were, like, you would be like, oh, wow. Because it's a power, because you can use all this as power, and it's vulnerable. Yeah. Because now you're feeling all this stuff. What do you do with it? Well, all right. There's lots of things you can do with it. And that's what this conversation is not for that. But going back to the workout, I said I was sensitive. I'm feeling all this shit. I've got a client coming in for VIP. Like, we're already in ceremony. How do I know that? Because I know the energies that I'm picking up. I know what I'm feeling. And she messaged me and goes, oh my God, I cried out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, I'm literally working on you right now. I'm getting ready for her energy this weekend, and I'm learning how to do this. And it's all about preservation. Yeah. Like money. If you only have so much money, and yes, you're eternal, but we are human. This is why women, they can't just go. You can't just not sleep and continue going. You will literally, unless you're on meth, and then you're really going to go down the fucking shitter, right? So this right here, the workouts. So I wasn't going to go in there and go really heavy and do 4 sets of fucking 10 and 12. Like, no, the old me would have taken a pre-workout and made myself do it, and then felt like a badass, and then just stayed on that caffeine. And the second I started to feel tired, I'd get really depressed and scared. And then I'd start taking action out of that fear and fuck up some business and get worried about money. And then that would spiral me into another thing. Then before you know it, I'd be in like, it was horrible. So what you can do is EMOM. Okay, so the EMOM workouts, every minute on the minute. You take these workouts, any workout that you're doing, any fucking workout that you have, it doesn't matter what it is. First of all, you don't even have to do the whole workout. You could just do 2 exercises, and that is enough. If you want to do the whole thing, get your timer out, get your phone out. It's actually fun. I do this to motivate myself some days when I'm avoiding. I will say, Casey, all you got to do is EMOM. I'm okay, I'll do it. So you set your timer, you press start. And when the minute starts, you do the workout. So say it's 4 times 12. You would do 12 reps within that minute. And say you get done in 30 seconds. Well, you've got 30 seconds rest until the next minute starts. You go again, right? So you'll actually get through this whole workout within 20 minutes. When we found this, like I said, a trainer found it. That was working for me. We found it through CrossFit, and then we morphed it into our exercises. And I started noticing that it worked beautifully for women with Hashimoto's and adrenal fatigue and chronic fatigue. I was like, hey, if you'll just like back off what you're doing and do these workouts only, and we're going to slowly reverse diet you while adjusting the hormones, while addressing your emotional state, your emotional body and nervous system. Like, one girl went pro, like legit, and now she has her own business, coaching business. Another girl, like I'm telling you, if you knew what it would do, the only thing is it makes women feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And then they'll get in their bullshit. But that I'm not doing enough, that means they feel like they're not enough. And that's what needs to be looked into. Really, at that core, there's low self-esteem, there's no self-worth, there's no sense of self, there's tons of denial, things they've never even looked at. And they're going to struggle for the rest of their life with fucking thyroid and hormone issues. What you do is EMOM, every minute on the minute. So you take your workout, even if it's not EMOM, it doesn't matter what it is. Set your timer, do the extra. And if it's like single arm shit, then you could do single arm. You're going to have to go lighter, or you could do one arm and rest. And then the next minute do it. It depends on where you're at. This is why it's important to have someone guiding you that knows what they're doing. And if not, then you can just listen to your body. But that's what I do. And I can get through a whole workout in 20 minutes, 30 if I'm really just dragging ass, but no, I haven't done that. It's really like 20 minutes if you want to get through the whole workout. And you'll have to go a little bit lighter because you're moving faster. You could say it's a form of HIIT, right? It's just enough workout, just enough stimulation, muscle activation to boost you, to get those health benefits from moving your body. And then it makes you feel good about yourself, because now when you do these things, you feel better. Okay, I did it. And if you don't feel good enough, what would make you feel good enough? Like, it's all about you feeling like you did a good job. That's it. This is your only job, is to back yourself fully. If you want the body or whatever, the reason why we don't have what we want is we just don't believe that we get to have it. That's it. There's been so much that our whole lives have trained us to just give and outpour because there's no us, right? There's nothing. So you have to learn who you are. It's a path. It's a pathway to this, but there's the EMOM. So to sum it up, EMOM workouts, if you have a workout, it doesn't matter what it is. What I want you to do is set your timer. And when it starts, start doing the exercise. If it's 12 reps, then do the 12 reps. Let's say you've got 15 seconds left, rest. When the next minute starts, begin the second set. So you can change any workout into the EMOM workout. This should take you a max of 20 minutes. Like I said, if you can only do two exercises, just do 2 exercises. I promise 10 minutes is better than nothing. I promise. Please trust that is enough. And then you can build up, and you always want to try and build up. Know where you're at, and then keep trying to build up so that you can be at peak performance. Because when you are at peak, there's just a confidence in you that's going to carry out through the rest, to every other area of your life. Okay. When a woman feels good in her body, because that's her only home, by the way, your address, your little fucking address you have, that's not your home. Your home is in your body. And when you feel safe in there and you feel confident, now you're going to show up differently in your bedroom, in your life as a mother. You're going to be more centered, more grounded. You're not going to be as insecure. Now, I know a lot of women that work out that are some of the most insecure bitches that I've ever met. So I'm not saying that's going to get you everything. It's just a gateway portal to the real you. Okay. Because once you start to do this, you can just start addressing other areas, and you'll notice really quickly, are you going into wanting to track all your shit? Are you going into hard control issues? That needs to be looked at, because that's the little girl who feels like she needs to control her environment so that she's okay. There's the codependence. There's the martyrdom. There's the victim. There's the inner child work that needs to be done. You feel me? So put this to work. Let us know how it works. If you want customized workouts, that was the programs that come with customized workouts right now are the Mastermind and the challenge. The Hot Body Challenge comes with hormones. Mastermind, the Challenge 2.0. We do have other workout programs. If you'll go to caseyshipp.com/shop, or you can go on caseyshipp.com/podcast offer to see anything I'm talking about. Those of you that are in the Mastermind or in the challenge, you know what to do. When you see your workout, if you haven't slept a lot, you don't really feel like going, whatever the case may be, don't feel strong that day, don't feel motivated, just do the EMOM style workout and you will be on your way, sister. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.